Check out this tiny house. It might be more of a mini house because it's looking pretty long. This might be a full 52-footer. But we're at Westwood Cabins. You can find them at westwoodcabins.com. I like this. I love this type of roof. They call that a salt box roof because it resembles the old salt boxes you'd have on your kitchen counter. And I guess you can't, I don't know if it's nationwide, but in South Carolina, you cannot make just a slanted roof. And see, there's another one over here. We did a video on that one too. That's also a salt box roof. You need to have a kicker. I don't know what the deal is, but I like it anyways. So now this one, we're gonna do a walk around the outside. I think we might be on the back side of it now, but this is mounted here and there's a big picture window. So obviously they're gonna have a nice view out this side, but maybe that's not gonna be in the scope of what they're doing outside the house. You know what I mean? So we'll come around the other side. I think this is where we got to go in on this one. So let's just go ahead and walk around this side first. We did a video on this guy. We did a video on that guy. You can find all these on our channel. And yeah, these are the mini split AC units. Some are ducted. Some have the hanging units on the wall. So this is the Mitsubishi, I guess. I was thinking it was a different brand, but there's the Mitsubishi right there. And this might be a bathroom. I don't know. You got doors on this side too. So you got two French doors here and you got two French doors on the other side as well. So, oh, here, I want to show you this real quick. Here's a guy coming in. He probably just got done delivering a shed. They do a lot of sheds here too. So there's his trailer that's expandable. But as you can see, let me just show you real quick. Westwood Cabins is part of, I think they have Westwood Sheds. But all this stuff out here, so these are the cabins. These are the mini houses, tiny houses and mini houses. And these are all sheds. They've got tons, like they even have sheds like this that you could finish into a house if you wanted to just buy a raw shed. And look at this one up on stilts over here. Check that out. That is a really cool shed. It's got a big garage door on the other side. And then it's got like a little front area that looks like a house. It's cool, but you can see all the different sheds. So they deliver sheds all over the upstate area, probably into Georgia, probably down into Alabama, all kinds of places. But I'm not sure how far they'll go. It might be nationwide. I don't know. I've never really asked about that. But I want to point this out that they've got Edison on the outside of a lot of these buildings too. That's just a regular plug. So if you put a little deck out here, you could have a little plug there. And this one, I don't notice this on the rest of them. This one's actually got a spigot on the outside, which is really smart. So you don't have to put it out of the ground. It's built into the house. Here's where your power is going to come in. That's going to be your main power box right there. And here's another spigot. So this is the first one I've noticed with the spigots on the outside of the house, which is cool. So this might be the part that would face where you're pulling in, and that's why they put the mini split on the back, right? So even though it's by that big picture window, this is probably more visible and they want it around the back side. It's nice having that spigot there. And here's another, that's the other side of that shed. See how it's got another door and the windows and all that? There's probably a little loft in there. Maybe I'll do a video on that too, so check our channel for that. So this side has got the tall windows. Now, I did another one that isn't here right now, but well, maybe it is. I think this might be it over here. Okay, yeah, so see how tall those windows are rather than short like this guy? I love that ceiling to floor window look. It's great. It's really cool. So this is here because he said they're gonna be putting a deck here and they wanted a roof coming out. So this is probably gonna be their main entrance. And this, once again, French doors. And you got the sconces built in. Now, these doors open outwards. Some of these we were looking at open inwards. And this one's got the windows all the way across the top again. But these sconces are so tight in there, they're probably going to put a stopper up there, and that'll stop the door from swinging into the sconce. And they're really tight. They're not sticking out in their LED style. But I love these floor-to-ceiling windows. Let's go inside and take a look at those. And I wanted to point out, here's Edison again on the outside. And again, spigot there and spigot there. They got 4 watering spigots on the outside. So they were thinking ahead of the game. That is really smart. So let's jump inside and take a look here. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. He said this was a female that wanted this. So she got the baby blue. Well, it's probably a couple. She got her baby blue kitchen, right? So there you go. We'll talk about the kitchen in a second. Let's just take a look at this living room. I love when they do this glazing on the wall. Now they also did it on the ceiling. Sometimes they'll just glaze the wall white and leave the ceiling natural. It's got the recessed lighting. It's got ducted AC throughout the whole thing. So that's definitely happening in here. You got this really nice black ceiling fan. And so here's your living room. And here's your regular window with the windowsill here. And then I wanted to show you the difference real quick. There's your floor to ceiling window. I love that. And dogs would love it because they could sit here and just look out without having to stand up with their paws on the windowsill, right? And cats love these because they can sit on the windowsill and look. But this is a really nice little living room kitchen combo right here. I think it feels great. And let's do that together then. Let's go ahead and keep going. Once again, plugs everywhere on the inside. I point this out on all my videos because these guys have done what I've always said. You got to have lots of plugins so you don't run extension cords and you don't run lamp cables across the floor. It's like there's a plug for everything. It's great. And they did that in the kitchen too. Look at this. One for the refrigerator, one for the counter, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. That is just great. And I'm sure that one of these is GFC. It's probably GFC in the box. It used to be that you had the GFC on the in the wall, but maybe they don't need that anymore. I don't know. This is called a farm sink. So they put a farm sink in this, and here's your pantry, which is nice. So it looks like this is pretty much a full-size refrigerator. Side by side, possibly maybe just an upper lower with they got the water for the ice maker, but this looks skinny. So she or they are not going to have a large stove, probably a 3-burner and a small oven in this space. I want to point out that all the drawers and all the doors are all that soft close. And look at this hot point microwave. Wow. Take a look at that. Look at this cool, it's all touch sensitive. And that is neat. Look at that. So I don't know if this is convection or not. Maybe you guys can pause and read that and you can tell me in the comments whether this is a convection or not. But I like that this has a kicker here that covers up the dead space and then everything's in the actual door. That is really neat. That's modern. That's the future, baby. The future. Oh, look at this too. A tiny, I'm assuming that, well, that might be a garbage. There's no plug back there though. So I don't know what's going on with that. This would be either a garbage or a mini dishwasher here. Yep, there's the plug under there for it. And there's a water hookup you'll see right here. There's a water hookup right there. So it's probably for a dishwasher. And then you got your small space here. And then you got to crawl back in there to get back to that, right? That's a tough one there. But nice real Corian or granite countertop here. Kind of looks like granite to me, actually, because of this, the blocking here, but you never know. That could be, I think that is granite. Look at that. And I wanted to point this out too. There's 2 things I need to point out here. Look at this mini farm sink. I didn't even notice that when I pointed it out a second ago, but it's small. It's not that deep, but it's actually kind of small. They got small everything, so they're not big kitchen people. We just did another video on a double wide one, and they were kitchen people. Their kitchen was almost as big as this living room. It was huge. Check that out on our channel. But they all come with, these guys also went with this dark copper edged kind of look here. For that, you got the sprayer unit, got this. You got another little mini storage here, canned goods or pizza pans. Nice little area. Look at that. They put a plug in here too. Just, these guys are so smart with that stuff. Look at that. So nice pantry unit here. This again, guys, is really heavy duty stuff. And look at this. This is the first time I'm seeing this. Little plant shelves, but instead of just making them permanently mounted, they go ahead and put the pegboard in. Really nice look. Look at how nice they painted that too. Wow. And it actually kicks over the top to take the brunt of the weight over the top instead of having to take all the weight on the sidewall. Very smart design. And then you got two shelves that you can move up and down. Oh, and these aren't, you can see here, they're flat on top. They don't kick down. They're so thick, I thought maybe they kicked down and had a little lip on it, but nope. They're just straight flat. Look at that. Nice. And that's for plants, or maybe you could use it for storing dishes. I don't know. It's cool. But let's go ahead and check this room out now. I can't remember exactly what he said when we were talking about a lot of different stuff, but let me just point this out. Pocket doors here. Looks like a pocket door over there too. So we'll talk about that when we get to it. But this is a pocket door. And this is a mini room here. Oh, I remember now. Standing washer dryer in here, but she also wanted it as a half bath, or they. I can't remember if it's a she or a they. I always just assume, oh, it's powder blue, so it's got to be a lady, but I could be wrong, you know. So you got a toilet here, and then they have the washer dryer here, and she wanted a sink too. So she just said, well, put a small sink in, but instead of doing that, they decided, let's get it on site. Let's put the washer dryer in place. Let's get it all set up. And then she can still decide, it's all plumbed. She'll decide whether she actually wants to finish it with a sink, because they do make these little mini sinks. They only stick out about this far. It's just enough to wash your hands or your face in, you know, and it would only sit, it doesn't even have to be as wide as this window. Here's a windowsill again, guys. Just nice construction on all this. Look at this. They edge the corners, get it a little funky there. Nice windows. See this? Little mechanism here. Just well done. So I guess they're going to let her decide once they get to the location if she wants to put the sink in or not. Pocket door again here. And then look at this. Oh, that's right. Now it all comes back to me as I walk through, right? I think this is going to be like a craft room or something like that. Not necessarily a bedroom. So what she did is she wanted plants. And so they put this extra large, this is the first time I saw this too. They put this extra large windowsill in here. So that is really cool. Now you wouldn't want to sit on this, but it's perfect for, now this would be a cat haven right here. Like they could sit on those little windowsills, but this is the perfect one for a cat. And that's why you got this big picture window here, guys. Look at that. Just great. So if you're working in, if this was your office, you could have all your office stuff here. You got this just gorgeous window behind you. Sweet. All right, and once again, ducted AC and heat in here. And let's see how much of a gap there is on the pocket doors. In our house, they have a huge gap. That's all you need right there to let the air flow through. You know, and once again, soft close. So let's walk over and check out French doors, ceiling to floor windows here with the little kicker. Oh, and here's your storage, and there's your box unit. So this is a smaller unit. The other house I just did had a huge one because it was a double house. But this is where your mini split AC comes up, and then it all, instead of having units on the walls, they have, it all comes out of there, and then you can see it's ducted. But you could also use this for storage up there. Just need to get yourself a little ladder. Here's your cold air return. That's also going to be your filter, so it's a quick, easy change. Here's your control for all the different areas in the house. And here's your bathroom. So nice. And now because she's got the washer dryer stuck back in that area, you don't need it in here. So this is nice. You've got a little full bath out here. Now this doesn't match the kitchen. You can see the kitchen's solid, but it has the same flavor of look. So it's not exact, and this is gonna be wood, but that's a nice little countertop. Above sink, I've noticed that in some of the other houses that the bathrooms have the above sink instead of under counter sinks, but it has the same accented black things. And what's nice about not having that farm sink here is you got the little space here underneath that for stuff. Western toilet, another low toilet. We've pointed that out on some of the other ones. I guess they choose whether they want a high or low. And usually ladies like to have the lower toilet. I don't mind it. I'm kind of short, so it's good for me. If you're a 6 foot something person, you're not going to want that. So because the AC unit's above us, we have a short ceiling, probably 7 feet. But this is nice because this is your fan unit. Here's your AC coming in. Here's your fan going out. So that's your exhaust and your light. And then there's a light above the bathroom again here. Probably 4 foot shower unit. Really nice, good looking space right there. They're not done, obviously. They got some cleanup to do. You got the sconce on the wall. Got a towel rack. Sometimes they don't put that in. I like that. So you got your hand towel, then you've got your towel over here. You can also put a hook here. That's what we did in our place. We put some extra hooks up. We put a couple extra towel racks too. Like I'd put a towel rack here and a towel rack there, possibly down here and up here, so you can put extra towels in. And then put a hook here so when you're first getting out, you got it. But nice set up. And I can't harp enough about sealing the floor windows. Instead of having that, you've got this. So let's check out this bedroom. Ooh, yeah, nice and big. Look at this. Very cool. But all the walls got windows. So if you're going to put a bed there, you got to be careful. You can't have a headboard blocking the window. So it might have been better to leave this window off. That's where your bed's going to go. But you could put the bed here too. You could have it sticking out with a lot of room on both sides. But then again, you got you're not going to have a headboard, obviously. So I love this though. Ceiling to floor. Just, you can really see everything out there, really nice. So having doubles of these would be really cool. But plugs everywhere. Again, you got a ceiling fan. You've got the AC unit coming in here. And here's your power box. Like pointing this out. So that's where your inlets come in. So that's all your breaker box right there. And you got room to put a dresser right here. So you can put a nice dresser there. And then a nice long closet. And here's your hot water heater. So they're both in the master bedroom here. So there's your on-point hot water heater hidden in the closet. So I think I'd like to actually put this in the closet too, personally. I would have put that on the other side of this wall. So it was like down here or right here maybe, or something like that. Maybe it's got to be a certain height off the floor by law. I'm not sure how that works. But yeah, your clothing here, shelving, lots of room for shoe racks. They got the sliding doors here. And all these doors, whenever you get the panels are always thin, but these are not hollow. They always use solid wood doors. And I think I did I touch? I think I started talking about the glaze and never finished, so I apologize. I got ADD. I got ADD going on here, folks. They glazed this whole building instead of leaving the ceiling raw. And because, they could have had this at an angle up here too, but they decided to go flat with it. Oh, they had to run the ducting, that's why. Gotcha, okay. So this is a glaze they put on rather than paint it straight white. And instead of accenting the door frames, they decided to do everything the same color. But what's cool is it's a glaze, so you can see through it to the knots and the actual, what do they call that? I can't think of the stripes here. The name of it, the grain, the wood grain. Thank you. My brain finally caught up with my mouth. You got the grain and the knots showing through, and I think that's a great look. I really like that glazed look. I've only seen them do white. I should ask them if they do other colors, if they want like a light green, very light green, or a light tan, or something like that. Light gray maybe, that you could still see through. Maybe once you start adding other colors, you can't see through it right, so the glaze wouldn't work that way. But this is just a gorgeous layout. I think this is a really good layout because you got the bathroom off the kitchen. And if you don't need a lot of kitchen space, then this is perfect because you got the living room kitchen combo and you still get away and you still get away with having almost a 2-bedroom, right? You could make that into a bedroom if you wanted to and have its own little bath too. Let's see if I can find, here we go. This is 52. So this is, if you look right there, it's 14.8 by 52. So this can be in the mid 700s as far as the size goes, 750 basically. And the price on this one, I bet, is around 130, maybe 120. Might be a little higher because of the custom designs and the extra bath thing over there. But generally, this one would probably be 120 to 150, somewhere in that range. Depends on how much extra they got going. And I think I mentioned they're putting a awning out here, so that costs a little extra and stuff too. And they've got some custom stuff here and there. So, hey guys, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit like and subscribe if you like our videos. Please check out more videos on our channel. You can see another tiny house video right there, or go to our channel right there, see our playlists, see our tiny house playlist, or machinery at work, travel, animals, all kinds of fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.